Hi everybody, it's Mark here again from PCN Solutions, and today's live demonstration will be about the time registration and time management system. This is also a separate module and can be sold with or without the IMS. Now I'm not going to give you a whole explanation about the login, as I've already done this with our clients in invoicing and our projects and reporting live demonstration. So for now I'm just going to go on to directly giving our hours in for a user. Now when we click this, we will activate the time registration button, and when we click the time registration button we'll get another pop-up window where we can then select the discipline where we are working for or working in, and the project we're working on. And when we click that, we will come to the registration form. Again, the listed projects for this particular user will be on the left hand side, and then we can select any one of those projects to add our hours for. So for this demonstration, for example, I'm going to click edit. I'm going to add in my hours for the IMS system. And again, we come into the edit situation where you can see that we have our required fields, our optional fields, and missing. And in this case, this is not missing, this is locked, but I will explain more about that at a later demonstration. Okay, so on the start time, if we click now the start time, we will get automatically a little pop-up window. There is no typing needed, there is no waste of time needed. We can just select the hour, the tens of minutes, and then the minutes, and it is done. If we click OK now, the window will disappear, and we will then get the window for the end time. The end time I'm going to put in 10, 30, 9, and voila, it is done. Now your hours are done for you, no typing, again all with the mouse. So for example, we can go back to our keyboard here and we say, okay, we've got a type of work. I put in B, and the first thing that comes up was bug testing. This was on site by the particular project. So for example, we're going to also then, because we went out of the office and we went to the project, I'm going to say it was 50 kilometers, and we click enter, and voila, then you see already my all the other fields have been updated, and when I click save now, you can see that this one here has been added and my time has been added. And sorry, wrong line, here is you can see all my data has been added correctly, and the kilometers as well, and you can see the total amount of time on this particular project and the total amount of kilometers on that project. If I now click the Danae's one, you can see I've got here a total of my hours on the Danae's project, and I've got a total amount of kilometers. These are all fields that can be recalculated later on for if you're sitting in a managerial situation where you need to administrate a user and do a total calculation of their of the work they've done in the company. I mean, it's limitless to what we can do, and yet we still keep it very, very, very simple, as you can see from our form. This form again is a very basic form that we're using for the demo. The reason being is we want to give you the option to think, well, what could I do with that? And then we design it around your needs. We add fields and data fields to suit your company's needs. You might need extra information in there. Again, not a problem, but we keep it simple and user-friendly either way. Okay, so I've added my hours. I didn't have to log into the system to do this. I just went straight to the, I opened up the software, went straight to the daily hours form, and it is done. Voila. When I close now, I'll come back to the login form. Let's say, for example, I'm an administrator and I need to add in the hours for somebody else. I want to do some management on the time, whatever. Then I just will log in with my user details, and I will come here to this form here. Again, I'm not going to give a whole explanation over the information on this form, because we are only going to be dealing with the time registration and time reporting, and I've already given explanations about this form in my clients and projects demos. So if I click on the time registration, pretty much the same thing is going to happen as what I did from the login, apart from I'm going to be able to select my discipline and my project from this point. So I'm going to select software, for example, double click it, or I click the filter. I can show you that by doing this. and that will filter my projects that are linked to this particular discipline. And I'm going to click on then the IMS, double click it, and it's the same form. Again, I can add in my hours for that particular project. If I click edit now, it'll already know I've already selected the IMS, and I can add in more hours. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's then the time registration, the two methods of approach. The third method of approach will not be shown in this live demonstration because it works from your phones. That means your Android phone or your iOS phone, and I still yet have to set up my system so that I can give you live demonstrations of putting the data in. Again, same philosophy as everything in PCN Solutions. We make it so it's literally click a few buttons and you've done your work. In principle, the user with their cellular phones can, a smartphone for example, or better terminology, can put in their hours in under a minute. Very easy. I mean, 1 minute is actually more than enough time than you need to put in your your hours. But again, like I said, I will describe and give you a live demonstration of that in the near coming future. Okay, so now we're going to go to our time reporting system. The time reporting system is then the management side of the time registration system, where then the management will then have a list of their users. As you can see here, I've only got one user for my demonstration purposes, which is myself. Then you've got your disciplines. I can select all of my disciplines or a few of my disciplines, and then the projects will be listed in here. And you can see I've got my two projects. It's, again, all the same data. Everything is linked through the whole system, from your clients to your projects to your time registration system. The type of work that I want to filter my report on, and then the dates of the report, of the interventions or the time that I've inputted, and then the individual parts. Now when I click this window on the date part selection, you will notice on the left hand side over here that you will see the unique data part, and that is then that particular time frame and that particular date. And I can edit it. For example, a user's inputted their hours or the project incorrectly or whatever. It can all be edited from here on. Now in our filtering system we have our dates from and to, sorry. So you can say I want to do it from the, we'll go in here, we'll take for example the third month, and we'll take the first, and we will take for example the 7th month, so we go then to July and we will take the 31st, and if we do the preview now we will say okay, from the 11th of February until then, that's what I've got. Again, you've got your total amount of hours calculated and the total amount of kilometers calculated in a very simple, easy, user-friendly report. Again, this can be manipulated to suit your own needs. Here will be listed the disciplines that are that you have selected in your filter, and the projects, and also in here you will see then the users. Okay, so I'm going to clear this filter. Now if I was to preview it now, you will see only those particular items because they were the items that were selected. So I'm going to go back here, just going to add in a few more things. Select these date parts here, and I'm going to view it, and you can see already I've got a much larger amount of data in here, and again automatically calculated with the kilometers. And of course we are registering our kilometers for the simple reason that you can do recalculations on your offers at a later point. You can say okay, they've traveled so far, they've spent so much time there, use so much fuel, and so on. On projects, technical projects where you're working with technicians and vans, wagons, you can make numerous amounts of calculations, so you can cost it into your offers at a later point, so your offers can be a lot more precise. You can see where your losses are, where your gains are. That is the whole point about the registration system being linked to everything. We keep all of our data together. Okay, that port can be then sent out to a PDF, which is of course the accepted digital format nowadays. And you can see here the timesheet was for Mr. Zablocki there, and that was the filter that we requested. If the user requests their report, of course, then you can give that to them, depending on regulations or whatever within your company. And that's pretty much it for the management side. Again, simple, user-friendly. Any ideas are welcome, of course. If you thought, okay, this could be something interesting for us, but, well, then you tell us about that but. You give us some ideas, and we can say, well, no problem. We could stick a time frame on it. I mean, again, it's about communications and talking together and seeing what we can offer you and how we can offer it. And that is the general principle, again, behind PCN Solutions, that we are dynamic. We can work ourselves to what your company needs. So we close this, we'll come back to the administration form, and that's pretty much it. A very, very, very short amount of information needed there, because obviously the other information is connected through the projects and reporting system, the client system, and later to come will be the work order module, which will activate, and I will make the live demonstration on that. And you will see how the time registration will be linked to your work orders also. If you keep in touch with us and you like our demonstrations, then obviously you're going to see a lot more. We're in the process of developing new modules for our system. Obviously this can take time, but there will be a lot more new and interesting things to come. For example, if you saw the reporting system live demonstration, there will be PowerPoint presentations being developed and created from within our system. I mean, they're all in the making at the moment, and again, going to be amazing parts of our IMS system. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching this short demonstration. I hope you liked it, and I hope you like anything else that we have been showing you in our demonstrations. And until the next demonstration, have a nice evening and take care. Bye-bye.